Standards. What is the point of me?
Of course. But what we need to determine now is whether Mrs. Russell will support those standards or undermine them.
How can you ask?
You know I follow your lead to a slavish degree.
But you want to go to the ball.
We cannot hope to keep out the new people entirely, or they'd form their own society that would exclude us. You know this.
We'll speak at the reception, my dear.
Well, I'm afraid I can't stay long. My daughter Charlotte isn't well. I must look in on her.
Not you running.
I understand.
What do you understand?
Oh, you got your nerve.
I didn't
Especially
mean
after
anything by
judging
it,
Miss
Lena.
Vane.
Shall we be seated?
Read it then?
Of course not.
Don't waste your time, Lena. I've read it. Twice. And I'm sure you would not enjoy it.
Are you mentioned?
Not by name, of course, but there is one couple that people say is meant to be us.
Seems they believed Mrs. Russell and not us.
But he's coming.
Oh, you were brave after all.
Braver than I knew myself to be. But Mrs. Astor can't have it all her own way, can she?
Ah, Mamie, you came.
Is this it? Really? Is this the turnout? Look, some of them are leaving.
It makes us appreciate your loyalty all the more.
Well, does it make it all the more ridiculous? Goodbye, ladies. Mr. McAllister.
Where are you going?
Where do you think? But I'll have to hurry if I'm to get there before I miss too much.
Don't believe she's won. I can't believe it.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Mrs. Astor, thank you for coming. I'm delighted to see you.
You have guests I wasn't expecting. You never said you'd invited the McNeils. I'm afraid that they have spent a long time on our waiting list, much longer than you.
Several guests here have spent time on your list.
Have you combed the city for the disenchanted rich who couldn't get a box at the academy?
Mrs. Astor, the Academy Board may think they can keep out the new people with impunity, but you're clever enough to know they're wrong. While the Metropolitan would welcome the old guard if they want to come, why not take a box in both houses and see how it plays out?
Perhaps you do not value loyalty. I am different. I should scold you, Mrs. Fish, but I know that you're just playing with matches, as you like to do.
Ah, may I present Mr. Gilbert? Or do you know him?
I know of him. He is in charge of grubbing up the cash for the new house.
Not flattering, but true. I was hoping your presence here was a sign you were open to argument.
I am open to fetching my coat.
Please don't. We can't have a falling out and be a story in the morning papers.
If I stay, it will be under duress, and only to avoid a scandal.
I should be very grateful.
But wait! There's more!
Okay, the thing that was most upsetting to me from episode 5, season 3, was Mrs. Astor's fucking hair. It was so annoying. The fact that you are essentially living as a divorced woman without the divorced fucking title, and your daughter had that whole dueling versus her lover and her husband. Like, she's on the brink of scandal, and she has the audacity to come down so hard on Aurora Fane. Like, Mrs. Fane is so sweet. She was like one of my favorite, and like, it's not even her fault. Her crusty husband is the one who paraded his mistress around her house. Like, girl, I just love the fact that Mrs. Fish, you stuck me between a rock and a hard place. Mrs. Fane and Marion left, but then Mrs. Fish is like, Lena, quit playing. If you were going to treat Mrs. Fane like this, you better give the same energy to your daughter. Oh, I love Mrs. Fish.
Smell of money, the sweetest scent I know. If I were you, I'd bring it in now and gain the credit.
But it's tonight.
Send a note to her this minute, and another to Agnes Van Ryn. Then write to anyone else you can think of.
You mean you don't think that I can beat Mrs. Russell at my own game?
My dear Mystic Rose, I fear if you try, it might be at the cost of your own dignity.
Which translated means you want to go to her ball.
Who was the original Mrs. Astor, the woman who ruled elite society in the Gilded Age? If you've seen HBO's The Gilded Age, you'll know who I mean. This is the portrayal of Mrs. Astor, but what you might not know is that she is based on a real character, Caroline Astor. Born in 1830, Caroline Webster Schmermerhorn, amazing name, was born into a wealthy family in New York City. Her family were descendant from Dutch aristocracy, and they had made their money in the shipping industry. Caroline was the 9th child born to her parents. When she was 23 in 1853, she married William Backhouse Astor Jr. His family had initially made their money in the fur trade and then through real estate investment in New York. And though the Astors had more money, Caroline's family had a better pedigree, a better social standing, so it was a very good match. And so Caroline, with that wealth behind her and her pedigree, became the queen bee of New York society. She basically was the gatekeeper. She told you who was in, who was out, who was worthy to know. She had 5 children with William, and as well as looking after their education and upbringing, she managed their various estates and oversaw all of the high society events. She hosted balls, she hosted dinner parties, and everyone wanted an invitation. So during the Gilded Age, Mrs. Astor reigned supreme over the 400. That referred to the 400 people of fashionable society, and also it alluded to the fact that 400 people could fit into her ballroom. So if you were part of that 400, you had made it, and Mrs. Astor approved of you. She was very strict with things like etiquette and people's place in society. Mrs. Astor became famous for hosting the most beautiful balls. Millions of dollars were spent on this. She was the gatekeeper, she was the authority. Everyone wanted her approval. In fact, though there were other Mrs. Astors, she had sister-in-laws called Mrs. Astor. She was known as the Mrs. Astor because she ruled the roost. Caroline's husband died in 1892, but she carried on in the social world. She lived until the age of 78, dying in 1908.
If I stay, it will be under duress and only to avoid a scandal.
I shall be very grateful.